Recently, Vice President Kamala Harris made a rather unconventional media appearance. In a move that signaled a departure from the traditional political playbook, she decided to appear on the Call Her Daddy podcast, a platform not typically associated with political discourse. Instead of limiting her reach to the conventional news outlets, she chose to engage with an audience that's young, vibrant, and diverse. This move aligns with Harris's commitment to break down barriers and challenge norms, in both her personal life and her political career. The podcast, known for its frank and often provocative discussions on relationships and mental health, offered a unique space for Harris to discuss pressing modern issues like reproductive rights and the importance of diverse family structures. The decision to engage with such an unconventional platform is a testament to Harris's understanding of the evolving media landscape. She recognizes the power of non-traditional media outlets in shaping public opinion and reaching out to audiences that mainstream politics often neglects. Harris's appearance on the podcast was a deliberate move to engage with a younger, more diverse audience. Her hope, it seems, is to bring political discourse into the spaces where these audiences spend their time, rather than expecting them to tune into the traditional political channels. The Vice President's conversation with podcast host Alex Cooper was candid and focused. The fireside chat, so to speak, was filled with moments of frank discussion and thought-provoking insights. One of the key points that stood out was Harris's response to the criticisms about not having biological children. In a world where the idea of family has evolved and diversified, Harris emphasized the importance of recognizing and respecting these changes. She spoke about her modern family, including her stepchildren, and dismissed the outdated notion that one must bear biological children to stay grounded. With a sense of conviction in her voice, she defended the many ways one can form a family, underlining the importance of love, support, and understanding as the essential building blocks of any familial relationship. Another focal point of the conversation was Harris's staunch advocacy for reproductive freedom. She did not hold back in expressing her views on the matter, emphasizing the need for women to have control over their bodies and their futures. It was a powerful message of female empowerment and personal choice, a cornerstone of her political philosophy. In addition, Harris took the opportunity to debunk some false claims about Democrats supporting post-birth abortions. She made it clear that such allegations were not only incorrect, but also a deliberate attempt to mislead the public and create unnecessary fear and confusion. It was a bold move, one that highlighted her commitment to truth and transparency. The conversation was not just about politics, however. It was about showing solidarity, supporting each other, and creating a culture of acceptance and understanding. It was about breaking down barriers and fostering dialogue, about making sure that everyone's voice is heard and respected. The Vice President's candid responses and advocacy for women's rights were the main takeaways from the conversation. It wasn't just a podcast episode, it was a testament to the power of open discussion and the importance of standing up for what you believe in. The Vice President's appearance on the podcast garnered mixed reactions. In the immediate aftermath of the interview, the podcast faced a wave of backlash. Many listeners took to social media, accusing the show of becoming a platform for Democratic Party propaganda. They expressed frustration over what they perceived as a missed opportunity to address pressing issues, such as the ongoing disaster of Hurricane Helene. The discontent was palpable, with some fans even going as far as to threaten to stop tuning in to the popular podcast altogether. But the backlash was not the only response. Amid the flurry of criticism, there were also voices of support. A significant number of listeners appreciated the host's approach to the interview. They lauded her for facilitating a conversation on topics that are often sidelined in mainstream media, such as reproductive rights and the importance of diverse family structures. Moreover, many listeners expressed appreciation for the candidness of the conversation. They praised the Vice President for her willingness to tackle personal attacks on her character head-on, and for her emphasis on women supporting each other in a world that often pits them against one another. The mixed reactions to the interview are telling of the deeply polarized political climate we find ourselves in. Yet they also underscore the transformative power of unconventional media platforms. By engaging with non-traditional outlets like the Call Her Daddy podcast, political figures like Kamala Harris are able to reach diverse audiences, sparking conversations that can potentially change the political discourse. So, whether you found yourself nodding along in agreement or shaking your head in discontent, while listening to the podcast, one thing is undeniable. The Vice President's appearance on the show was a bold move, one that has ignited a flurry of discussions, debates, and yes, controversy. It's clear that Harris's appearance on Call Her Daddy stirred up a mix of praise and criticism, reflecting the polarized political climate we live in today.